Yeah, we're good to go. Stupid Fast Nation, how are you guys doing today? Trying something new, something I don't normally do. I'm stepping outside of the box with some of the tools I use to record. This video is going to be a little bit different from what you guys are used to for several reasons too. As you can see next to me, the beloved Banshee. I had this whole video that I was ready to make for you guys, and I had Michael Sabo up here and we were ready to go. I tested the Banshee a few weeks ago when I did the how to build a Banshee video in 10 minutes. I'll post a link here. And what happened was, long story short, we went to start this Banshee up, and you know, we've had the problem, for those of you who follow the channel, we've had the problem previously with the right exhaust smoking just a little bit more than the left side. Now, I have been thinking it's been a carburetor issue this entire time, but come to find out, it's not a carburetor issue. So we start this thing up, we get it ready, and Mike's like, no, stop, stop. And I'll show some footage here.
Today's a really sad day, guys. It's really sad because John and I had to trade channels. But it's all right. John's actually in a bad mood though. And brought the Banshee up here. We're at John's new crib. This is a really sweet place, by the way. And we came up here because if you guys watched my last video, I said we're gonna be taking the Banshee out for a ride. So we want to get John's Banshee up and running. So John invited me up here. So we came up to look over his Banshee, and I think we figured out what's going on with his quad. So if you guys follow his channel, you know, you've been having issues with the right side cylinder smoking more than the left. And it's been an ongoing problem for what, like the entire time since we got it running. So the quad runs, you know, it runs well. It's got good power, and when you get on the gas, both cylinders seem to smoke evenly. And we were just gonna run them, and we pulled the quad out, and we discovered what is wrong with the Banshee. Don't look so sad, John.
My baby. Should I pull it out and show him?
Mm-hmm.
Pull it out and start it up, and we'll show him exactly what it's doing.
Yeah, we'll show you exactly what we went through.
Literally.
All right, so John's gonna fire it up, and we're gonna show you exactly what we saw before. And we were just kind of warming it up, and I noticed there was some liquid shooting out of the one exhaust pipe.
Don't give it away yet.
Which is bad. It still sounds good though. Alright, so I'm sure you guys could see that.
Did you see it that time? Good still? Is it more than enough coming out yet?
Yeah, so that's definitely what's going on. Then we checked the radiator, and
We checked the radiator, and sure enough, there's no antifreeze in it. So we're definitely 110% sure that yet again this thing is blowing a head gasket. So I'm thinking that when I was putting this head on, it was a little hard to get it over the studs, to the point where I was literally had to put a block of wood on it and tap on it lightly to get it down to seat. And I don't think that the torque had set it in place properly because of those few studs we had to drill and tap, which I'm sure any of you guys who follow my channel would have saw that. So basically I'm gonna have to tear it back apart, figure out exactly what's wrong with it and fix it, you know, like what the issue is on why this head, which is brand new, mind you. I had the NOS head on it before, now it's got the Chariot head on it, and it just won't seat properly. So this is now 2 heads that have blown the same exact cylinder head gasket on it. So now I'm starting to think it might be a cylinder issue instead of the head. So that's where we're at today, guys. So basically what had happened was you could see the liquid spraying out of the right cylinder, okay? That means, as most of you have already guessed, the head gasket is blown again. So, and this is the second time now. If you watched one of my previous videos, I blew my Banshee up, post a link here. I talk about why that head gasket failed the first time, okay? This would be the second time. I know exactly why it failed. I'll talk about that when we go to tear it apart. I did place the order for a couple parts, and I'll let you in on what those parts are. We have the strongest set of head studs available. I'm going to be tearing the top end back off of this Banshee in the next video. I'm going to take all the head studs out. We're going to rip the Healy coils out that we put in last time, which I believe there was 3 of them in this cylinder. And I know it's my fault, guys, all right? I put a used cylinder on this Banshee. Therefore, now I got to suffer the consequences. Originally, when I went to tighten down the head studs, they pulled the aluminum threads out of the head. I put Healy coils in. They weren't perfectly center. Okay, and I'll leave it at that until the next video when we do the diagnosis. But so we got the strongest head studs in order. I believe it's BP Racing. That was the company I used for the head studs. They are phenomenal. They are like a set screw style hardened head stud meant for higher torque loads on the heads, and they're very, very good head studs. They are mild steel to my belief. I do not think they are stainless steel. They come with the nuts, they come with the washers ready to be installed on my Chariot head. So we're gonna take this apart. I'm gonna do the head studs. I'm actually gonna take the cylinder to a machine shop and have them weld the holes shut and then re-drill and re-tap them in the proper location. This will help out greatly with the head sealing, and it should fix the issues that we have. I also have a little bit thicker. I bought 2 base gaskets. One's just a hair thicker than the other one. I think I wound up going with like a 30 or 32 thousandth base gasket and a 20 thousandth. I did that. I mean, I won't know until I take it off, have it decked slightly, and then see what the difference is. If the pistons, you know, if they stick out of the cylinder just a little bit, I'll wind up going with a thicker gasket, and that way it'll make up the difference on our deck height. So yeah, you kind of get the gist of what's going on with this thing. So I'm not going to waste the whole time talking about what the failure was in this Banshee, but what I will tell you is I'm not going to give up on this thing. It is going to be one of the nastiest machines I've ever owned. I just need to get through this issue, and then we will have one badass Banshee. So without further ado, let me show you guys some footage from me and Mike Sabo. I had him up this past weekend. We did an awesome collaborative video. Actually, I think Mike's got 2 videos. One he just posted today as I'm filming this, and then another one I think he's posting in a couple days. So shout out to Mike Sabo. If you guys don't know his channel, make sure you hop over and check out his channel, Michael Sabo. He's got some amazing content over there. It will definitely keep you on the tips of your toes most of the time. A lot of his content has a ton of information and detail around everything he builds, including our Banshee series and several other things he's built. Yeah, we're good to go. Oh yeah, I got him. I knew I was gonna get him. He's gonna be so mad.
wonder where he's at top speed wise.
You know those were wheelies of victory, right? Oh shit! Dude. Word, man.
Yo, that first flyby was sick.
Was it?
Yeah, when you came from down that way.
Yeah.
Dude.
Dude, it was like, even in fourth, right? The front wheels were up and I'm leaning down and they're still picking up, dude. And I'm like, what do I do? Like, just pin it to win it, dude. You know what I mean? Dude, it's insane, though. It's insane. Oh, man. That was fun. Oh my God, I think his phone just flew off. He's down there laughing. I saw it. So yeah, I had Mike up here this past weekend. We tried to do top speed runs on my Banshee and his Banshee. I won't give away how fast his Banshee is, but you can check out some of the cool content we made for you guys. Hopefully, after, I'm thinking the next video or two will be me finishing the fixes on this. After that, I also want to do a top speed run. Me and Mike have talked about doing 0 to 60 runs as well, and doing a drag race, just like you guys asked for. So make sure you stay tuned. As always, if you enjoy the content we're putting out there, please give me a like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. One more thing I forgot to add. I can't show you guys in this video. That's kind of why I've been not going to that part of the yard. I have a huge surprise in the next video. Some of you already know what that's gonna be, but it's gonna be epic. Something you don't wanna miss.